Today we are going to discuss chapter electric charges and fields. Okay, today we will discuss the topics electric charges, conductors and insulators, charging by friction, charging by conduction and charging by induction. Okay, electrostatics is the branch of physics which deals with the study of forces, fields and potential arising from static charges. It is simply a study of rest charge. Okay, the word electricity is derived from the Greek word electron, which means amber. Amber is a resin which is obtained from some trees. In 600 BC, the Greek philosopher Thales of Miletus observed that when amber is rubbed with wool, it attracts light objects. Okay, this can be explained on the basis of static electricity. Okay, you might have done these activities at your home. If you comb a hair and if you bring it near to the bit of papers, this comb can attract the bit of papers. Okay, it can be explained on the basis of charging by friction. Another activity also you have done at your home or in your school. Okay, a plastic rod is rubbed on your hair. It can also attract bit of papers. Okay, it can also be explained on the basis of charging by friction. Okay, there are three methods of charging: charging by friction, charging by conduction and charging by induction. Okay, here charging by friction or rubbing, when a glass rod is rubbed with silk, glass acquires positive charge and silk acquires negative charge. Okay, similarly, when a plastic rod is rubbed with fur, plastic acquires negative charge and fur acquires positive charge. Electricity developed on bodies when two suitable bodies rubbed with each other is called frictional electricity or static electricity. Okay, charging by friction. When we rub a glass rod with silk, some of the electrons from the rod are transferred to the silk cloth. Thus the rod gets positively charged and the silk gets negatively charged. Similarly, when we rub a plastic rod with fur, some of the electrons from the fur are transferred to the plastic rod. Thus the fur gets positively charged and the plastic rod gets negatively charged. Okay, it can be explained on the basis of electron theory of electrification. To electrify a neutral body, we need to add or remove one kind of charge. When we say that a body is charged, we always refer to this excess of charge or deficit of charge. In solids, some of the electrons being less tightly bound in the atom are the charges which are transferred from one body to the other. A body can thus be charged positively by losing some electrons of its electrons. Similarly, a body can be charged negatively by gaining electrons. Okay, then it was observed that if two glass rods rubbed with wool or silk cloth are brought close to each other, they repel each other. Similarly, two plastic rods rubbed with cat's fur repel each other. On the other hand, the plastic rod attracts the glass rod. Okay, here a positively charged glass rod is suspended by means of a string. Another glass rod is brought near to the first glass rod. These two glass rods move away from each other, that is due to force of repulsion. Here plastic rod, negatively charged plastic rod is suspended by means of a string. Then another plastic rod is brought near to the first plastic rod. These two plastic rods moves away from each other due to repulsion. Here one plastic rod is brought near a suspended glass rod. These glass rods move towards each other because of force of attraction. From this activity, we can conclude that like charges repel and unlike charges attract. Okay, here another activity. If a plastic rod rubbed with fur is made to touch two small pith balls suspended by a silk or nylon thread, then the balls repel each other. A similar effect is found if the pith balls are touched with glass rod rubbed with silk. A ball touched with glass rod attracts another pith ball touched with a plastic rod. Here, in the first case, the electrons are transferred to the pith balls. Then these two pith balls move away from each other. In the second case, the electrons are transferred from pith balls to the plastic rod. Then it gets a positive charge. That is why they repel each other. In third cases, the electrons are transferred from transferred to one pithball, then the electrons are transferred from pithball to the charged body, then they get a opposite charges, that is why they attract each other, that is like charges repel and unlike charges attract each other. Okay, here from this diagram we can conclude that here two positive charges are there, these two positive charges repel each other. Here two negative charges are there, these two negative charges also repel each other. Here a positive charge and negative charge attract each other. Okay, here electroscope, it is a device used to detect charge on a body. It consists of a vertical metal rod housed in a box with two thin gold leaves attached to its bottom end. When a charged body touches the metal knob at the top of the rod, charge flows to the leaves and they diverge. The degree of divergence is an indicator of the amount of charge. Okay, here it is the diagram of electroscope. Here conductors and insulators. Some substances readily allow passage of electricity through them, others do not. Those which allow electricity pass through them easily are called conductors. They have electric charges or electrons that are comparatively free to move inside the materials. Metals, human and animal bodies and earth are conductors. Most of the non-metals like glass, porcelain, plastic, nylon, wood offer high resistance to the passage of electricity through them. They are called insulators. Okay, then these are some examples of conductors and insulators. Copper, aluminum, steel and some metals are conductors. Insulators, plastic, rubber, glass, cloth, wood are the examples of insulators. Okay, then a method of charging. Here when a charged body is brought to contact with an uncharged conductor, charge flows from the charged body to the uncharged body. Here that is charging by conduction. When a charged body is brought in contact with an uncharged body, that is charge will flow from charged body to the uncharged body until both attain a same amount of charge. Okay, then another method of charging by induction. Okay, bring two metal spheres A and B supported on an insulating stands in contact as shown in figure. Bring a positively charged near to one end of the sphere, say A. The free electrons in the sphere are attracted towards the rod. This leaves an excess positive charge on the rear surface of sphere B. The left surface of the sphere A has an excess negative charge and the right surface of B has an excess positive charge. This process is called induction and happens almost instantly. The accumulated charge remains on the surface shown till the glass rod is held near the sphere. Okay, then separate the spheres by a small distance while the glass rod is held near sphere A as shown in the figure. The two spheres are found to be oppositely charged and attract each other. Remove the rod, the charges on spheres rearrange themselves. Okay, now separate the spheres quite apart. The charges on them get uniformly distributed over them as shown in figure. In this process, the metal spheres will each be equal and oppositely charged. This is charging by induction